heels. Hi, I'm Danielle, and I'm a Gen Y. Ooh. Melissa gave me a choice whether I wanted to stand behind the podium or have one of those headset things like her. I said, I'm hiding behind the podium. I'm super excited to be here this weekend with my New 30 family. Thank you for giving me a few minutes of your time to share my joy and excitement in achieving Diamond, the gratitude I feel to the people who've been there, and the New 30 family that's been supporting me. Some of you don't even know you encouraged me or just motivated me or inspired me, as well as maybe some snippets of what I've learned on this journey. When I was first invited to present at this conference to prepare a speech, I asked my husband, Sam, if he would come on stage with me and do the talking. After all, we've been building this business together, so I figured the money's going to a joint bank account, so he needs to do his part, right? I thought I could get away with just standing and smiling and nodding. But he was very smart. Sam is very smart. This is what he said to me, okay? He said, he's otherwise engaged because he's saving his diamond speech for when he flips diamond. What am I supposed to say, to say to that, right? I'm not going to make him come up with me anymore, right? So as you can see, I wrote my speech on this, so you know that I started preparing a long time ago. Anyway, I was up till 2 last night. I'm on coffee, so I'm kind of jittery. Firstly, I want to give thanks to my God and Savior for allowing and putting all this together in my life, in our lives. I know He has bigger things to focus on, but I'm grateful nonetheless for the blessings, and especially the ones that aren't even monetary, like the people I've come to know and love, the family I've gained in New 30. I never expected to get that when I joined 2 years ago. It wasn't even on my wish list, right? The personal development that we've had, sometimes not been very willing, but had to go through. The friendships gained, the experiences, and the beautiful life, right? That I'm really grateful for that. Thank you so much to Sam for the support he gave me, because from the very beginning when I first joined 2 years ago, he didn't really know what this was about, and I think he wasn't really sure that this was something that I should be doing, but he didn't say no, he didn't stop me, he didn't block my credit card. And then later he started getting into the business, and then he became my business partner, and we've been doing this together, traveling, talking, training our team, and I couldn't have done it alone, and I wouldn't want to do it alone, and I love that I'm partnered with my best friend. A big heartfelt thanks to our founders, Lonnie, Richard, and David, and the corporate team, the whole New 30 corporate team, because they made this business opportunity available to us. There's so many other channels they could have taken Skincerity with, but they made it available to each and every one of us. It was that was the beginning of it. To my mentors, Debbie Jeffries, Shannon Malnick, and Joanne Ward, who was at my first home launch 2 years ago. They supported, loved, and taught me, even when in the beginning sometimes I had my strong opinions, In fact, I always say this because it's so true to me. I'm forever grateful to Debbie because I said no to her so many times. I ignored her messages, never replied emails. But she kept sharing with me, and I'm so glad that she didn't give up on me. And of course, to the team that we've built, they all came together, we all worked together, and gaining strength in numbers, we work towards both a common and individual purpose. Tomorrow night is the first time I'll be walking the stage, actually. I've never gone through that ceremony before because of timing, I've not been to a conference where I just made a rank. But when I go across that stage, that diamond award, that is not mine, it's my team's. And so, words may not fully express, but thank you, thank you, thank you. So, here's a bit of food for thought. Last regional event in Saskatoon, for those of you who were there, and maybe Melissa uses the same material, she recycles them, I think, right, at other regionals. She taught us that sharing stories is a great way to teach a point because people remember stories. Those of you who were at regionals, don't you remember that image of Melissa standing on a diving board, getting ready to jump? That's a great story. So here's my little story time. I think it's a great analogy, but just in case my delivery stinks, feel free to stop me later and demand an explanation or your money back, okay? Almost 5 years ago, I got married to Sam. Shortly after that, I stopped trying, and so my pants started getting tighter. And if you know something about Singaporeans, we are born cheap. I don't want to buy new clothes just because I can't fit in my old clothes. So, over the years, there were countless times I announced that I was going on some exercise regime or some strict diet. I'd draw a fancy chart, have schedule, have diagrams. I had all the plans, okay, and dreams. But my execution was poor, so I never got the 8-packs to match his. I'm just embarrassing him up here. That's what you get for making me come alone. Okay. 4th of May this year, I flipped diamond. 5th of May, I drove down to the mall in Saskatoon and I bought a gym membership. This is it, I told Sam. He said. But see, something was different this time. I had the belief, okay? I finally realized that if I could achieve success in a business that required so much mental exercise and training, what difference was physical exercise and training, right? I realized it all came down to action. It's not a one-time decision, but daily baby steps. It's about consistency, discipline, and doing something every day, even if you don't feel like it, because you've made a commitment. So since the 5th of May, for all that time I've been in Saskatoon, I know I travel a lot, I have gone to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, 2 or 3 classes back-to-back a day, and I've never ever come close to such physical dedication before. It's painful, so painful, especially in the start. The ups and downs, but it was so worth it. I'm addicted to endorphins as much as acetone now. So lastly, my exercise goals, just like business goals, you have to set them. Not necessarily perfection, but aim high, yet be thrilled with what you achieve. So perfection meant 8-packs. You can't get any better than that. But while I dream of 6 one day, my goal was to make 4 by this conference. Today, I'm proud to stand before you with 2. It's very well defined, especially when I sit down. But no matter, I've got 6 more months for next conference. You'll see it. Even if I have to borrow David's Superman suit. Thank you.